Hey, I'm Pete. I'm gonna be doing a NHL/hockey recap show here every once in a while. I don't know how often I'm gonna be doing it, but when there's big news to talk about, I'll make a video. Until then, I just want to get something started here. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on that I want to talk about. We've got the Stanley Cup champion repeats. We've got the NHL entry draft coming up, the expansion draft, Vegas coming in. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, not to mention my Lightning. Jonathan Drouin was traded recently, so we'll get into a couple things here. Let's get into it. So first off, congratulations to Pittsburgh. They deserve it. Back-to-back champions. First ones to do it since Detroit in I think '96. It's been a while. They definitely deserved it. They have a strong team over there. CROSBY is definitely proven to be elite. I mean, we knew he was elite before, but now that he's got 3 cups under his belt, you know, we have to acknowledge him now. Unfortunately, still a crybaby, but we have to acknowledge him. Cements Phil Kessel in the books again. Toronto fans not liking that too much. I know that. The Pittsburgh, they deserve it. Nashville almost had it. You brought them to 6 games. As a Lightning fan, I'm familiar with that territory. We took Blackhawks to 6 games back in 14. That one still stings, but yeah, you'll get over it. Don't worry. You guys did awesome this year. PK Subban was a huge boost to you guys. Victor Arvidsson had an incredible year. You guys have a lot of unsung heroes on that team. Really deep, like crazy deep. Did not realize how deep Nashville was. Not to mention, this is crazy for Matt Murray to win back-to-back Stanley Cups coming in to your NHL career. I'm not sure if that's happened before, but yeah, Matt Murray winning back-to-back Stanley Cups coming into your NHL career is pretty incredible. I can't see Pittsburgh not trying to protect Matt Murray over Marc-Andre Fleury. That would be crazy. I'm talking in terms of the expansion draft. But yeah, Matt Murray could be better than Carey Price, could be better than Braden Holtby. We just don't know it yet. I mean, he's got a pretty good team in front of him. Yes, let's give him that. But he knows how to win big. And when Fleury went down, or not down, but when they pulled Fleury out in the playoffs and put Murray in there, they had complete confidence in him. I think everyone had complete confidence in him that he could do it again. So yeah, I could see Fleury getting picked up by Las Vegas in the expansion draft. Which brings us to the NHL expansion draft. So it's going to be coinciding with the Las Vegas NHL Awards. It's going to be in Las Vegas, so it works out perfectly. They're going to be, as far as I know, they have a list that's being submitted right now from every team of who each team is going to protect. It comes down to about like 8 players, I think, total. Maybe somewhere around 9 or 10 players that each team can protect. But it all comes down to guys who have no trade clauses and things like that. That also factors in. It's going to be interesting. This will be my first experience with an expansion draft, so it'll be very fun to watch, I think. So getting into some of the awards, obviously we know a couple of them that are already going to be handed out. We've got the Norris Trophy, which obviously is going to Connor McDavid. An amazing season, 100 points. No one even came close to 100 points except him. It was actually kind of remarkable the way he did it in the last few games there. We know the Rocket Richard is going to Sidney Crosby again. Then we've got the Hart Trophy. So the MVP of the league is, the nominations are Crosby, McDavid, and Sergei Bobrovsky. Personally, in my opinion, I'd give it to McDavid. He is the Edmonton Oilers right now. Sidney Crosby and Malkin kind of share a little bit. We know Sidney's a little better, but we tend to look at that team kind of as the two-headed beast. The Edmonton Oilers, on the other hand, you look at that team, you just think Connor McDavid. I mean, not to put any of the other players down around him, but he is that franchise now. And so I'd have to give my vote to Connor McDavid. 100 points on the season, just dominated. Yeah, well deserving in his sophomore season. Then we've got the Vezina Trophy candidates. In my opinion, this is a tough one. This is probably the toughest one. You've got Sergei Bobrovsky, who was in fact amazing for the Blue Jackets. They had an amazing streak this season. I don't even remember how long it was. I think it was 14, 15 games, something like that. Someone will correct me. But yeah, the Vezina Trophy finalists are Bobrovsky, Holtby, and Carey Price. Holtby definitely deserving. Price, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'd probably give it to Bobrovsky just because I think he deserves it the most with his team. He doesn't have a loaded team offensively per se. This year they exploded offensively, which I think was hopefully a breakout for them. Hopefully they kind of keep it rolling now. My pick for that one would be Bob. As for the Norris Trophy, I'm completely biased on this one. I have to go with Victor Hedman. It's between Burns, Carlson, and Victor Hedman. I'm going Victor Hedman. He's my boy, okay? He gets overlooked because he's down here in Tampa. He is just a pure beast back there. He was the guy that most of the team looked to for big moments. He, in my opinion, is the captain when Stammer's not on the ice. Victor Hedman had an amazing season this year, no doubt about it. You can't deny that. If you see him from game to game like I do, and like most of us Lightning fans do, we realize what we have. We have a gem here. And a lot of people just like to look at Erik Karlsson up in Ottawa. And yes, he's amazing, but I don't think he's as strong defensively as Victor Hedman. Brent Burns, of course, he is a beast. We know that. But I just think Hedman deserves it, and I'm extremely biased too. So there's that. Another trophy that we have at the end of the year, which is a complete toss-up to me. We have got the Rookie of the Year trophy, the Calder Trophy, and that's between Austin Matthews, Patrick Laine, and Zach Werenski. Austin Matthews, 4 goals in his debut, unbelievable. We all remember that. Patrick Laine, I think, had a hat trick in his second game. I mean, they were both beasts, just unbelievable. I think Austin Matthews ended up leading in points out of those 3. It's, in my opinion, I think it's got to be Matthews. Just he impressed everyone so much, and the first American-born player out of Arizona. He's gonna be one to watch for years to come. I'm excited about watching him, definitely. Even though he's a Maple Leaf, I gotta show him some love. So then we have the NHL entry draft coming up. That's coming up on Friday the 23rd of June. This completely surprised everyone. The New Jersey Devils ended up winning the lottery and got the first overall pick, which I think everyone can honestly say that we all thought Colorado was a shoo-in. I mean, they were the worst team this year. It was pretty bad. I mean, let's be honest. So yeah, I mean, we thought Colorado was going to win it, obviously, and that did not happen. I forget where New Jersey was in the rankings, but they jumped probably like 8 or 9 spots, I think, just to get up to 1. That was crazy. And Philly moved up, and then I think Dallas is right behind them. So I think the top 3 all moved up from where they were at. Kind of unheard of, considering the past few lotteries we've had. Most teams have just stayed where they're at. We have heard rumors that New Jersey might be shopping the first overall pick. Like I said, that's just rumors. Ray Shero, I think, is the GM over there in New Jersey, and he just said he's open, obviously, as any GM would say. It's a toss-up really between the 2 guys, Patrick and Shearer, I think his name is, Nico Shearer. They both play in the Canadian Hockey League. I think one's in the Western Hockey League and one's in the Quebec Major Junior League. So they both look like dynamite prospects, but I think Patrick is got the edge a little bit. And but the only thing is he's got an injury-prone past. So who knows if that'll deter teams from taking him. I think that might be a little reason why New Jersey's kind of shopping it out there. There's no real, you know, there's not the Steven Stamkos out there. There's not a Patrick Kane at number 1. There's some talent at the top, but it's not like it has been in years past where there's a bona fide number 1 guy that everybody wants. So we could see teams trying to move up. You know, some teams like Vancouver, Las Vegas, Detroit. I don't know. Some of those teams have a little reasoning behind wanting to move up maybe. You know, you got the Sedins on their way out in Vancouver. You got Las Vegas just starting up, so maybe they want to come out with a bang. You got Detroit opening up a new stadium this season. They don't really have a bona fide #1 guy over there anymore since Datsuk and Zetterberg, who've kind of, you know, fluttered away, and so maybe they're looking to move up. Who knows? I mean, draft day happens. Of course, my Tampa Bay Lightning picking at number 14. Some needs on our end, definitely defense. We did just pick up a defenseman. I'll get to that later. But yeah, I could see us going for a D-man. Obviously, we don't rush our guys, so we're not looking for a guy to start next year. Just trying to get some guys in the system. But I have full confidence in our scouting staff. They've been unbelievable since Yzerman took over. It's been really impressive. Al Murray and that crew over there have picked guys out of nowhere, like Palat. Like we've gotten really lucky with our draft picks. But yeah, picking number 14 in the first round, and should be exciting to see what happens there. So staying on Bolts news, I'm going to talk about the Jonathan Drouin trade. Overall, I think it was a good idea to get rid of him. I'm a fan of him. Obviously, he's an amazing player, very dynamic, was a genius out there when it came to stick handling and just hanging on to the puck. His possession was crazy. And but he was, I don't know, he just seemed like he wasn't as consistent as we wanted him to be. There was the whole debacle with him not wanting to play here and stuff, and who knows if that really got settled or not. But yeah, he was a good player, but it sucks to see him go to Montreal, that's for sure. He's a hometown boy over there, and he's gonna love playing there, so he's probably gonna flourish over there, and I hate to see that happen in Montreal, but what are you gonna do about it? We got a pretty good player back in return. Mikhail Sergachev, in return for Jonathan Drouin. He's a defenseman, won the Memorial Trophy this year with the Windsor Spitfires. Apparently led the team in assists. He had an incredible role in the finals when they won the cup. This guy's got some offensive upside. He's a puck mover. Should be interesting to see him on our team come training camp. Not to mention, this makes room for guys to sign on our team like Tyler Johnson and Andre Palat. Those guys are coming up with their contracts this summer. It'd be nice to sign them both, and we didn't really know if we could do that with Drouin, and we were going to have to protect Drouin if we kept him due to the expansion draft. We probably would have had to protect him, so that would have been a player that we would have lost possibly, and now we have a chance to save somebody. So, and Montreal signed Drouin to a 6-year deal, and I don't think we would have given him that much time. We'll see what happens. We can't call it for either side right now, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, so that was the first one of these. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear you guys' feedback. Leave some comments down there. Let me know who's your favorite team, who you guys think are going to win the awards, what do you guys think is going to happen at the draft? Are you anticipating any trades? Who's going to move up? Let me know, guys. Leave some comments. And also, I need a name for this show, so kind of brainstorm and maybe think of something funny or cool, or I don't know. Just I need a name for this show, so please help me out here. Till next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.